Okay, my name is Eduardo Arias, and I am a student of the class Action Research, and I'm going to do my presentation of my project that its name is How to Improve the Speaking Ability in Sixth Graders in Non-Bilingual School. I chose this project because since I've been a teacher, that's more or less 22 years, I have found out lately, and for lately, I mean the last 6 to 10 years, that a lot of students who studied in a non-bilingual school, for them is really complicated to understand, to gain the knowledge, and to maintain the ability in order to speak after school or after they graduate. I have noticed that students, when they are in young ages, fifth grade, sixth grade, fourth, third, it's a little more, I think it's easier for them to gain the knowledge of the ability and to develop the speaking. But when they get to higher grades, ninth, 10th, and also 11th, they tend to forget how to speak or how to do it or even just do the the practice of the ability. This project has a research field, and the research field is number one. The research field number one is the teaching and learning of English as a foreign language. I was determined to take this one because there are two types of um, language acquisition, which are foreign language, English as a foreign language, and English as a second language. But English, even though it could be our second language, as it is for me, that is my second language, for kids who study in a non bilingual school, is not their second language. It's a foreign language, and they have different methodologies in order to approach the ability when we are speaking about teaching and learning the ability. The second part is the innovative practices in English teaching and learning. I think it's important for us as teachers to innovate our practices in the classroom in order to teach the students how to speak. And these practices cannot be the same as the ones we used to use before. When I began to be a teacher 22 years ago, there were many practices, and one of them was the repetition drills. It was very important for us as teachers to make a lot of repetition drills for the students in order for them to acquire and to get the acquisition of the language. Nowadays, it's very different. We don't use too many repetitions. Sometimes it's very important for some teachers to speak 100% English in class. Others don't use grammar. I used to be one of those teachers that I don't like use grammar in classes. There are teachers that use grammar and they use Spanish and English, and there are different practices. We need to get innovative ones in order to gain the students' minds and in order to get them like what they're doing. The third part of my presentation is the pedagogical innovations in EFL learning and teaching contexts. Of course, there are different contexts. For example, I am currently working at a school in Tunja where the students don't think that English is very important because they don't have the money or they don't have like the thoughts to travel abroad. When they want to travel, they just want to go in Colombia or near Colombia, like Venezuela, Panama, or Ecuador. So they are not thinking to go to Europe or United States or Canada. So this context is very different from other schools where students are thinking to study abroad, for example, so they know that English is very important for them. So I think that as a teacher, I need to know what pedagogical innovations I need to use in order to gain this project and to put it on work. The drawing that we see uh, tell us exactly what we need as teachers is teacher's perspective. We need information. We need communication with the students. There are a lot of apps and a lot of virtual pages that we can use to work with our students. So that means technology. And of course, English. As I say to my students, you cannot learn English just by speaking Spanish. I mean, if you want to learn English, you have to speak English. If you want to learn math, you have to speak math. If you want to learn history, then you have to speak history. That means that you have to use the context for our students. Okay, this is my project. I hope, teacher, you like it. And I hope I can put this project to work because I'm thinking that maybe this is the project I want to do for my graduation. And this is something that I want to do in order to improve English for young kids and that it stays for them when they grow up. I think English is a very important language and it's very important that we um, teach them the way we have to do in order for them to acquire, to gain the knowledge. Thank you very much. And that's it for today.